Hello, fourth grade! I'm super excited to be here one more time with you. Yesterday we had an amazing class, and today we're going to review about what we did yesterday. So yesterday we learned in how to write an informal letter, and then I show you the parts of an informal letter. These are the main parts that your letter needs to have so it can be an informal letter. It needs to have your address, the day when you are writing it, the greeting, the body of the letter, and the closing and the signature. Remember that it depends on what you want to write. Sometimes you can change the greeting, sometimes the closing depends on you, and the body of the letter, of course, it doesn't need to be the same way that I showing you in here. So later we learned two new sounds, I, and they are written in a different way, but they are pronounced almost exact. Okay, sky, my, try, night, fly, tie, spy, fly, shine, light. And those are the sounds. Later we did a storybook page 104, 105, where you needed to write an informal letter and record a video reading this chant, okay? It is not a lot because in here you just needed to write the names of the parts, and in your notebook you are going to write a letter, and in here pronounce and repeat, and in here you needed to read the chant, practice, and record the video. That was it. It looks like a lot, but it is not. Remember that it's important to send your videos, okay? And today we're going to do a review about comparative and superlative adjectives. Remember that we've been learning about this, and I've been watching you that some of you are keep having questions when it comes to do your activities. Sometimes you are still getting confusing about this. Don't worry about it. We're just here to clarify that, okay? So as you can see in here, I have an example for you. This is Jim, Tom, and Dan, okay? So as you can see in here, this is Jim's house. This is Jim's house, okay? So, and this is his house. And it's big, okay? It's a normal house. But I can say that Tom's house is bigger than Jim's house, okay? Tom's house is bigger than Jim's house. Okay, so it becomes a comparative, as you can see, bigger than, because we're just comparing Jim's house and Tom's house. Solo estamos comparando esas dos. For that reason, we're using a comparative. Okay, in here, but Dan's house is the most impressive. In this case, we're using most porque ya es un adjetivo muy largo, ¿ok? But it's still a superlative. En este caso ya es un superlative. Por esa razón estamos usando most, ¿ok? Y no more. ¿Por qué? Porque estamos comparando Dan's house with Tom's house and Tim's house, ¿ok? So let's repeat. Tom's house is bigger than Jim's house. But Dan's house is the most impressive, okay? It means that it's the biggest of all, okay? Next example, comparative and superlative adjectives. I have a big cow. It's a normal cow, it's big. We know that cows are big, but this one is bigger. So remember that if it ends with a vowel and a consonant, you need to add a double G and R, bigger. But look at this. This one is the biggest of all. I have 3 cows, but this one is the biggest. The biggest, okay? We need to add a double G, S-T, okay? Why the double G? The double G is because this adjective ends with a consonant and a vowel, okay? Next comparative and superlative example. You know that a bicycle is fast. You can go in a bicycle and you're going to arrive on time because it's fast. But look at it. A car is faster than a bicycle. I'm using a comparative because I'm just comparing the car with the bicycle. But what happens if I tell you that airplane, that an airplane is the fastest. The fastest. Okay, an airplane is the fastest and is faster than a car, than a bicycle. Okay, aquí ya estoy usando el superlative because I'm comparing the airplane with the car and with the bicycle. Okay, and that's it. So if you don't have any questions, I think that we can go to the students book page. We have 106, 107, and this is not a lot. It looks, but it is not. Activity 23 on page 106. Listen and look. Decide which kids are good sports and which are bad sports. Okay, so we're going to write under the picture of, above the picture, debajo o arriba de la picture, vamos a escribir good or bad. Okay, depending on it, we have it. Look at the pictures 1, 2, 3, and 4. Look at what they are doing. If they are good at sports, or if they are bad, si son buenos para la actividad o los niños son malos para realizarlas. So I'm going to play the audio. Pay attention to it. And yeah, that's it.
Students Book, page 106. Activity 23. Listen and look. Decide which kids are good sports and which are bad sports. 1.
I win, I'm the best video game player in the world. You lose, ha 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 ha.
Good or bad?
2.
Hey, that was a good game. Let's play again next Saturday.
Good or bad?
Oh well, I guess I need to practice the dance steps some more. I'll get it after a few more tries. Do you want to try it again?
Good or bad?
4.
It's not fair. This is a terrible game. I don't want to play anymore.
Good or bad? Okay, and that's it. Then we have the project, but we are going to skip it this time. Vamos a saltarlo esta vez. Sí lo vamos a hacer, pero lo vamos a hacer más adelante porque necesitamos ir un poquito más rápido con las actividades. Activity 26 says, look and complete the sentences. Look at the pictures. We have 3 kids. We have Sharon, Mark, and Kelly, and they are at a dance competition. You can see who won the first place. The first place is Mark. Second place for Kelly, and Sharon is in the 3rd place. So, we're going to write sentences using good or bad, okay? Who is the best dancer? Who is better? Who is worse? Who is bad, okay? Vamos a usar los adjectives good and bad en su comparativo superlativo. Remember that good and bad are irregular. So, you need to remember from the ones that we check, de los que ya vimos antes de salir de vacaciones. You should have copied them. Debiste haberlos copiado en tu libreta, ¿ok? ¿Recuerdas la tabla que te mostré? So, 1. Mark is a blank dancer than Kelly. Is she better? Is she worse? In this case, we're comparing Mark with Kelly. Estamos comparando a Mark with Kelly. So, in this case, it is a comparative. It's a comparative. So, we would say better or worse. Mark is a better dancer than Kelly or a worse dancer than Kelly. Nos vamos a fijar en quién ganó el número 1, el número 2, el número 3. Obviamente el número 1 es mejor que el 2, etc. ¿Ok? Number 2. Sharon is a blank dancer than Mark. Worse or better? Because they are comparing two people. Number 4. Sharon is the blank dancer in the group. The worst. Aquí ya estamos comparando a Sharon with the rest of the group, with 2 more people. So, of course, in this case, it is a superlative. Las últimas dos son superlative. So, you are going to write if it's the worst or the best, okay? So, we will say Sharon is the dancer in the group. Number 4, Mark is the blank dancer of the 3 students, okay? Activity 27, complete the sentences. Number 1, their shell collection is blank than Phoebe's, okay? So, we have the adjective big. Tú vas a decidir if it's a comparative or a superlative. bigger or biggest, okay? Number 2, look at this. This is the blank coin in my coin collection. Old, okay? Vamos a usar old. Is it oldest or older? Number 3, the dolls in Sandy's collection are blank than my dolls. And the adjective is new, newer or newest, okay? Number 4, I have a lot of small cars in my collection, but this one is blank small. The smallest, smaller, etc. ¿Ok? Comparative or superlative. Aquí no hay ningún adjetivo largo, no hay ninguno que sea irregular. Así que tú solo debes decidir si vas a agregar, si es un comparativo, si es un superlativo, si le añades ER o EST. ¿Ok? Depending. Activity 28. Complete with information about yourself. Find out your partner to report to the class. Okay, I will say, I am a good student. Lucy is better student than I am. Number 2, I'm not a good singer. Mike is a worse singer than I am. Okay, so this is an example about what I wrote. I wrote about being a singer because that's what I like to do. You can write about any other things, any other activities, like being a chess player, being a soccer player. You need to compare yourself with another people. I not agree with this, but this is the book's activity, and that's it. That's it for today, kids. Remember that I think this might be difficult for some of you or confusing. I know that you can do it. Yo sé que ustedes lo pueden hacer, pero también sé que es un poco confuso hacer este tipo de actividades. So please, if you have questions or if you don't understand, please let me know. Send a message to me by the platform, and I'll be happy to help you as I always like to. Remember that tomorrow we have the live video, the live class, and try to be there on time because tomorrow we are going to be using the workbook. I have my workbook in here. Remember to take it for the live class. We need to do some activities. So please try to be on time, because if we finish on time, we are going to play again. But if we don't, well. Okay, so please be ready tomorrow with your workbook. Be on time, and I'll see you tomorrow at the live class. I'll see you there. Bye!